Hello and welcome back to FE7 Eliwood Hard Mode 0% Growths. We are on Chapter 25. This is the second route split map in the game, and this time the split condition is based on the combined experience gains of your Guiding Ring users versus your Hero Crest users. So Guiding Ring users in this case means Urk, Priscilla, Sarah, and Lucius. For whatever reason, it doesn't include Kenneth. I'm assuming just because there's only 4 Hero Crest users, that being Bartray, Dorcas, Guy, and Raven. I am on the Guiding Ring chapter, in which you face a lot of mages, and Kenneth, also a mage. And that's because I've gotten more training primarily for Priscilla than for any of those other characters. Obviously, I did do some training in Raven as well, but still more for Priscilla, certainly. Because Raven starts at, like, what, level 5? And I promoted him, and Priscilla I don't think she starts at level 1, but yeah, she starts lower level than that anyway. In any case, so we are here on Kenneth's map, and the other sort of, it's not a route split, but branching path thing that happens in this map is that you have the opportunity to recruit one of 2 characters that show up on turn 10. One is Corel, a swordmaster, and one is Harkin, a hero. Corel has more speed, as you might expect. The swordmaster, higher crit, but Harkin is the overall stronger character, like literally in the sense that he has more strength, but also he has better durability and access to 1 to 2 range by virtue of being able to use hand axes. So he's the one I want to recruit. That does certainly slow the chapter down, although not as much as you might think. Like 10 turns is a lot, but it's pretty hard to complete this chapter a lot faster than that. I'll get into why that is in a second, but first I want to talk about recruiting, what you need to do to recruit Harkin instead of Corel. So there are 3 promoted enemies aside from the boss in this map. This guy here, and this guy up here. And if you kill 2 or more of them, then Corel will show up. If you kill 1 or 0 of them, then Harkin will show up. So this is unfortunate in that I would much prefer to kill 2 of them than to kill just 1 of them, because I want to kill this guy and I want to kill this guy. This guy drops the speed wings, so that's one of the reasons I want to take him out. The other reason is because Merlinus' tent spawns here, and so he can attack Merlinus immediately and blow him up. And so I want him out of the way, but this guy over here has a siege tome, so that's pretty annoying. But the plan is to take this guy out and then just like deal with the siege tome until it until he runs out of durability on that. And the nice thing about not having to take this, or about not taking this guy out, is there's like a locked door here, there's a locked door here. All the mages in this region here, which includes some reinforcements that spawn in from over here eventually, can actually like get all the way to any of my units if I don't open these doors, which I have a plan to. So this guy is mostly only threatening with the siege tome and not with the actual shine tome. Anyway, yeah, so that's the plan. It's unfortunate because it's actually pretty easy to take this guy out on turn 2. You just lure him to here, like with putting the most vulnerable unit back here, and then you walk up and hit him with, like, you know, a hand axe or something. But alas, is not to be. So the other reason that this chapter is slow, and that it's almost 10 turns slow, even if you don't intend to recruit either Corel or Harkin, is because of the snow. So the snow is basically like cuts all movement, so that most units can move half their units, or half their movement. Sorry, the cavalry, Isadora, Marcus, and Priscilla can only move a third, so they can only move 2 spaces. Wrath can move 4 because he's like got the special like mounted movement type that it takes lowered terrain penalties, but Yeah, so everything is like really slow going. If you're indoors, it doesn't affect you, but obviously we start out of doors. And if we do go indoors over here, we have this like long extra path to work through and a lot of extra enemies to kill, so it kind of doesn't help that much. Plus, you have to get all the way over to the door, which is pretty slow going in its own right. So it's easier to just go up this way, so that's the plan there. Other things of note, this guy here has a droppable Thunder Tome, this guy here has a droppable Flex Tome, the boss also has a Siege Tome, there's some treasure chests over here. We are bringing Ninian, Isadora, Priscilla, Hawkeye, Marcus, Eliwood, Pent, Wrath, Legault, Kenneth, Fiora, and Louise. Without any further ado, I'll go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is just have Pent come in and clean out this room. So, this guy here, he cannot one round with any of his tomes. He comes pretty close with the Hellfire, but not quite. But he has at least the potential to crit him with the Thunder, and he 3-hit KOs if he doesn't, so that's why I go that direction. Next thing we're going to do is bring Hawkeye up here, have him equip a hand axe, so that he can take out these two mages on enemy phase. And then we're going to barrier Ninian. We want to do that so that Ninian does not get one-shot by that Siege Tome. That I mentioned over here. So this guy does 23 damage with his Purge, and Ninian has 14 HP and 4 res, so that doesn't go so well for her. She only survives for a couple turns with the barrier, so we do have to barrier her 2 more times to get through this, assuming he continues to target her, which he generally does. Anyway, then we're just going to have Marcus and Isadora just make their way up here, as well as Legault, because they're all... So Isadora wants to talk to Harkin, who shows up over here. Marcus wants to help Legault get over here, and then help potentially help Hawkeye take out the boss. Hawkeye can take out the boss by himself, but he has the potential to miss, so it's helpful to have Marcus there to provide some extra damage in case we need it. Anyway, and then Fiora's responsibility is going to be to transport Eliwood towards the throne, which she doesn't really need to do right now, so we're not going to rescue Eliwood in case she wants to do some rescue dropping otherwise. We're going to move Priscilla forward because she's going to be coming up this way as well. And then Wrath, Kenneth, and Louise are just going to kind of hang out down here and eventually engage a squad of wyverns in the lower right, as well as the wyverns that spawn near Marlinus' tent later as reinforcements. This is the lower right ones that I was talking about. The 3 of them plus Pent. Pent doesn't go towards the boss because he can't do much damage to him anyway, because he has a ton of resistance, so he is... I just don't bother to try to bring him up that way. And, Hawkeye can deal with basically all of the enemies to the north anyway, so we don't, really need Pent there. Okay, so Hawkeye crits this guy, which is definitely nice, though not really necessary. But I'll certainly take it. And then Ninian gets hit by the Siege Tome, and on we go. Okay, so first thing I want to do is we're going to heal Hawkeye with Kenneth. Move Hawkeye to here. Have Ninian dance for him. And then move Hawkeye up to here so that he can enemy phase this guy and prepare to take on these wyverns that are coming in. Meanwhile, Priscilla is going to continue to move up as well. As you can see, like with the snow, there's plenty of space for her to work with right now, at least. And she's gonna heal Ninian. Then we're gonna move Pent down. I'm gonna have let's see. This doesn't really matter too much, so actually I'm not gonna let her mess with it. I'm just gonna do that. Legault can move all the way up here. Just considering like rescue dropping to get Marcus and Isidore a little bit further forward, but it really doesn't end up making a difference. But we will go ahead and do that. Get Pent a little further forward, which also really doesn't matter, but might as well. Here come all the wyverns. Ninian gets hit again. Okay. So now we want to have Hawkeye basically be in position to just take out as many of these guys as possible, which should be see, these guys he's not going to be in range regardless. Unless I guess if I danced for him from there with Ninian and had her like get healed by Kenneth, Priscilla's gonna have to bury her Ninian again. So I guess that is a possibility. Move him here and then 1, 2, 3. That would put him in range of this guy, which would mean we'd want to use a hand axe, but that's fine. So he would take out. He wouldn't take out this guy, but that's going to be true regardless. We take out this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this. No, not this guy. Oh no, yes, this guy. Yeah, because he'd be standing there. Yeah, okay. I think that's pretty good. I think that's right there. So, yeah, move him. Like so. We're gonna have Priscilla. Barrier Ninian. And have Kenneth heal Ninian. And then Ninian. I mean, I guess. Oh, whoops. What am I doing? Alright, so how many guys are we going to take on? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, okay, so we can use this hand axe here. Alright, now we're in range of this guy and his Eclipse Tome. Luckily, it doesn't matter too much. He has a hit rate of 48 with the Eclipse, which, I mean, can hit Hawkeye, but it's very unlikely to. And it reduces your HP by half, which is, like, sounds kind of scary, but in practice really generally isn't. Assuming it hits, which it won't. Anyway, let's see. So, I think Legault can move all the way up. Yes, he can. Marcus... is there even... Yeah, I guess there's a slight point to rescuing, taking, dropping Kenneth over here. And then Fiora can rescue him. Do that. And move Pent as far forward as possible. We're gonna... I guess... Let's see, what turn is it? It's turn 3. So I think the reinforcements over here show up on... I want to say it's on turn 5. Wait, next turn is turn 4. We attack them. So I think it's fine to basically, like, pull... We need to get some units back over here by then, but I think it's fine to just, like, pull Louise around like this. Take Kenneth, drop them like so. And... yeah, Eliwood needs to stay where he is. This scared me for a second, but it's fine. Okay, so now we can... I think what we're gonna do is just this. Louise, take out this guy. Nas, he'll Pent. Take out the rest of the Wyverns. Actually, I think the back one won't even be able to reach him. Oh no, it will. Okay. Doesn't really matter anyway. But then I'm gonna rescue Louise. Prepare to, well, actually, Eliwood can move on his own, so we'll do that. But prepare to have Fiora grab Eliwood and bring him forward. Meanwhile, let's see. Where's our optimal spot for... So if we go, like, here, get these two guys out of the way, as well as, like, all these other guys. Yeah, I think that's what we want to do. And we're not in range of this guy, which means we can go Iron Axe this time. Okay. Meanwhile, Ninian is at 24, so she doesn't need to be barriered this turn. However, she needs to be barriered the turn after, or by the turn after, basically. And since we don't need to heal her, we probably will just barrier her at this turn, so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I think we'll do that. I just need to make sure I don't put her in, or put Priscilla in range. Yeah, I guess not. Wondering if, like, Legault could slip past this guy, but no. He does have a Lance Reaver, but I think even with a Lance Reaver he can do a ton of damage, so I'd rather not mess with that. So we'll just leave him here. Answer him just for the hell of it. But yeah, he can't really go anywhere. Move you guys up. And Eliwood still needs to stay put, I believe. He's still, yeah. So after this turn, the snow should go away. Nice. Alright, we don't even have to heal Ninian this turn. That's helpful. Okie dokie. So now the snow has gone away, and we can move again. So I want to take out this guy with the Thunder Tome, so I'm gonna do that now with Pent. And then after that, like, he'll end up enemy phasing some of these mages, but we'll leave the rest of them. We can just leave be, that they don't really matter. Meanwhile, those reinforcements are going to show up here starting next turn, so I'm going to just bring Kenneth, Wrath, and Louise over to get ready for that. This guy's got one Purge charge left, but we're ready to pick up Eliwood, so we're just gonna do that this turn. Need to get people out of the way. Well, I guess maybe I don't. I don't know. We'll see. So we can leave these people basically where they are and stay out of the range of the Wyverns. We do want to stay out of the range of the Wyverns, but what I might do instead is, let's see. We don't need to use Priscilla to do any healing this turn, so we could use her to rescue Droplet Galt. We could dance. Actually dance right there and be out of range of the Wyverns. And we could dance for like Marcus and have him kill that mage, or Isadora, it doesn't really matter. I think Marcus, yeah. Well, Marcus is the one we want to get further forward ultimately, so that's probably the way we want to go. So let's do that. Alright, I think... Okay, so he gets into range of this guy. We go on the other side of this guy, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. But we do have to be careful of Kenneth's purge range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so that would not be in range of his purge. So if we were to do, like, this, that seems fine. Okay, and then... I guess, actually, we're not... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, Legault gets as far as he needs to go from there. And actually, he can do it from here, which I think is nice because it clears room for Isadora. And Priscilla... And we will need to barrier Legault next turn, because next turn we're going to start having to have him tank the purge shots from Kenneth. Anyway, so now Hawkeye is going to move over here, just to block these two guys. Okay, and then down here, just want to make sure I don't get into range of anything I don't want to be in range of with Fiora. Now we get all this enemy phase unnecessary business. So that guy is now out of charges for his thing, and that might have actually killed if that had hit. I'm not actually sure what happens if you eclipse somebody with 1 HP, but the annoying thing is that guy is now in range to actually make regular attacks. This does happen sometimes. Sometimes he likes to hang out in this corner, sometimes he likes to come out. I'm not really sure why. It won't matter in the short run. It might matter when Harkin shows up, but we'll see, I guess. In the meantime, we got these guys showing up. And take them out. Kent's gonna head back. No reason to fight those other guys. Okay, so we definitely need to do a couple of things here. First, probably want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we need to check on something here. If I send Isadora in and attack this guy directly, she gets hit. She'll be down to 19 HP. She's got 6 res, so that's 25. And I believe Kenneth does more damage than that with his purge. It is 29. So I either need to barrier Isadora, heal her, or have her attack from outside of that range. I think the third option is the best one, so. If this guy can reach that spot at this point, he can. That's pretty annoying. Meanwhile, we want to have Priscilla barrier Legalt. Have Legalt come and open this chest, or the door rather. And we want to then send Hawkeye like into here. It's ideally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so if I put him here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So we don't need to move Marcus. We just move him to here. Actually, where's Pent? Pent already moved. Okay, yeah, I guess he wasn't in range to heal then. That's fine. We don't really need to heal Hawkeye. It'd be nice to, but anyway. How many enemies is he gonna engage? 4. Alright, so he does need the other hand axe, unless 25 attack. That guy won't get one shot. That guy will. That guy won't. That guy won't. Dang! So close. Alright, I think we want to move. Let's see. We need to be careful with Marcus here because... So Marcus... 21 plus 8 is 29. Yeah, it does die to getting hit by Kenneth. So I don't want Marcus to be in range of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So he can move forward 1 space. Which I guess is good enough. And if this guy comes after Marcus, that's fine. Yeah, so we'll put Marcus right there. Answer Hawkeye. there. And then move Fiora up with Eliwood. Yeah, so he hits the Galt. Now, ideally, we want to take out Kenneth this turn. Just so that we don't have to deal with him attacking anymore. That may or may not be possible depending on whether we can afford to use Ninian to dance for Marcus and whether we need to. Just to double check, I think it's turn 7, yeah. So, Hawkeye can one round with the Silver Axe, he's just not super likely to. I guess, and can you get into range to heal anyone? No. Okay, that's too bad. So yeah, I think if he does not kill Kenneth, I mean, the Purge Tome is really heavy, 20 weight. So he's got like 3 speed. So Marcus will definitely double him, and he's not very dodgy either on the whole 32 avoid, despite being on a throne because of being weighed down. Let's see, Silver Axe hit 109, Marcus is hit 105, so he's 75% to hit, 21 attack, 33 attack, so that's 12 less, which is quite a big difference. So, if we attack with the Iron Axe, then we get him, he's like 26 attack, Marcus is 5 less, so Marcus is at 10, so Marcus would still need to hit twice. Hand Axe, however, is, you know, just a little bit more damage at the cost of 10 hit. But we might just dance further in and then go around with the Iron Lance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And so Ninian goes to here, just fine. I think what we're gonna do is, like, the crit rate is the same either way, so I think we're gonna go in with the Iron Axe. Because if we kill him, we don't have a whole lot else to worry about this turn in terms of healing. Alright, so now, where did I say you need to go? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Did I move Pent yet? But he still can't. Yeah. Okay. I'm losing track of which turn is which that I'm doing stuff on. Alright, that's definitely a kill. Yes, it means you lose. So we're ready to seize at this point. It's just a question of completing our other objectives. So, first thing, we're gonna open this chest. We're also going to want to move Ninian in, so it's basic. Well, actually, is that even true? It's turn 7, turn 8, turn 9. Never mind. We don't need to dance for the call at all. What's your range? If we were to, just can't see it. 9. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, we don't want to move anybody that this close to this guy. I mean, really what we want to do... Yes, well, we want to heal Ninian, for sure. Okay, how far can you get, Fiora? If you drop Eliwood here... Yeah, that's plenty. So, let's just do that now. Next turn we can... rescue Ninian back across if we want to. As for you, just kill you. We just need to be careful that Isadora doesn't get too far up here because the snow comes back on the turn that Arkan shows up, so she needs to be able to get like pretty far out here so that she can reach him in time. Anyway, so is this guy gonna go... Where's this guy gonna go? I don't actually know what he's gonna do. I don't really want Pent to waste time on these guys, but I guess I'm going to so that he's closer to being able to heal. I've actually never had that druid come that far out of that room. It's pretty annoying, to be honest. Okay, he went up. That's good. Because he didn't like come straight into here like the way that he very much could have done. Alright, we need to stay away from this guy, but that's doing that anyway. Oh, we still can't heal? Wah. Okay. Well, we could move Isadora back down. I thought there was another reinforcement this turn, but maybe there's not. This is turn 8. Yeah, so let's go ahead, move Isadora back down. I'll go ahead and heal her. If there is another reinforcement, we can potentially just ignore it anyway. Alright, Eliwood. Actually, let's move... No, let's not. Let's go there. Let's see, I guess we could heal... We don't... There's nothing in particular everyone over here needs to do, but... I guess what we'll do is heal Legault. And I'm wondering... I could just box this guy out so that he can't, like, come in here. Might be a good idea. He's not too much of a threat to either of them. They have plenty of res, so... Like, if he uses his actual Nosferatu. And these three really have nothing to do, so they'll just hang out. Ow. That was rude. Oh, he's out of Eclipse. I didn't even realize that. Huh. Okay, well, it's fine. Last chest. Talisman. So we can actually do a thing here. We want to... There are thief reinforcements that show up next turn. Or maybe... I thought they already showed up by now. I'm actually a little surprised by that. I'm not sure why they haven't, or if there's some triggering condition that I haven't met, or whatever. But if they do show up, we can actually steal their lockpicks, which is amusing. But it's not really important, so I don't think I'm going to worry about that too much. I'm just gonna... and heal Fiora. And we're gonna move Isadora over to here just to make sure that we're in position for when Harkin shows up. Eliwood just prepares himself. I guess I'll go ahead and heal these two up. Why not? Make sure Marcus, doesn't have a ranged weapon equipped. Fiora to here in case the guy... to get the guy off the forest in case he attacks her again. Okay. Alright, here comes the snow. Here comes Harkin. So I guess the thieves just don't show up because of something I did. I don't know what. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. But, in any case, let's recruit Harkin. So, Harkin is a level 8 hero. He's got 17 speed, which is... Let's see, I believe that's... Yeah, the same as Pent, same as Louise. So I mean it's really good. It's like they're, you know, Corel does have more, but 17 is still very, very, very good. There's not too many units that he'll fail to double, even as the game progresses. He's got 21 strength, which is just outstanding. It's actually more than Hawkeye, and we've seen how good his damage output is. Harkin would have had no trouble one-hitting all of those mages with a hand axe. Comes with B rank in swords and axes, which is actually a little low at this point. Like, if that is something we want to like work on a little bit so that he can use like potentially like legendary weapons and stuff. But yeah, 15 defense and 10 res. Very similar to Hawkeye in that respect as well, although he's only got 38 HP, so he's not as durable as Hawkeye overall, but he is dodgier and hits harder. He's got 11 con, which is like... it's the same as Marcus, so like... He's not like... as... Like, he does get slowed down by 1 point by a hand axe, which is, you know, a little unfortunate, but it's, you know, he's still got 16 speed with it, so that's still really good. And, yeah, I mean, he doesn't wield steel axes as well, but I don't, like, make a ton of use of those anyway, because they're kind of inaccurate, so it's kind of whatever. Yeah, I mean, he's a fantastic unit. I mean, like, yeah, I don't know. There's probably not anything more that needs to be said about that. So I don't think there's anything else on this map we really want to do. Like, we could kill this guy, but we don't need XP on anyone. We don't need, like, we don't really want to even waste weapon charges at this point on anyone except maybe Kenneth, getting more healing in, but he's way too far away to do that. So with all that in mind, I'm gonna dance with Ninian because we'll pretend that that matters, and then I'm going to seize. And that will be the chapter in 10 turns. Just as planned. Everyone is being driven mad by Nurgle. So, yeah, I will say, before I sign off here, if I didn't already say it, I don't like the design of this chapter, in two respects. Number one, I don't like the snow mechanic. I just think it's dumb and, like, unfun. And number two, I'm not, like, well, I guess maybe I shouldn't say I don't like the design of this. I find the, like, Corel versus Harken thing a little bit weird. Maybe I wouldn't if the internet hadn't misled me into believing that you could kill 2 of the 3 guys and still recruit Harken, because there's, like, some places where that's the information that's provided, and other places it says only 1. Tested it myself, it is only 1. But yeah, I guess as a result, like, if you want to recruit Harken, it's just, like, so plotting. I mean, it's kind of plotting anyway, because you have to wait until turn 10, but, like, even just, like, doing what you want to do is kind of plotting, because you're, like, dealing with that siege tome for 5 turns, or you'd have to barricade that other guy in the room, and it's just not like a very interesting setup. Like, it's not like a big challenge, it's just sort of, like, tedious to get through that many turns. So, I mean, it was more interesting than the previous map where you really don't have to do much of anything, but yeah, I don't know. This definitely wasn't my favorite map either, so hopefully things will pick up steam again soon. I mean, Battle Before Dawn is coming up, which I know is going to be pretty interesting, in quotes, but anyway, that's not next time. Next time should be... I forget what the chapter is called. Anyway, chapter 26. So, thanks for watching, and until then.